Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to jump into it instead. Welcome everyone, welcome to Promods 2.50, and I'm using release candidate 2 today, and I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can. It looks like you can hear me, at least. And the reason I'm asking is not only does things tend to happen on my live streams, but I'm actually moving away from OBS Studio to Streamlabs OBS instead. So this is the first live stream with Streamlabs OBS. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah. Everything is new. The buttons are new, and the little display here, and all of it. You can hear me. That's good. That's a good start. And I think you can hear the sound in the background. I wanted to start the video by just going through the remaining news we had there in Germany, Hungary, and in Spain, because I wanted to get the cities and what's new regarding new cities and rebuilt cities. I wanted to get that out of the way so that we can focus on the one thing I haven't talked a lot about in my videos so far on the new version of Promods. And that is the beautiful new roads. Sure, I've hauled a little bit on them, but there is a couple of roads here. One of them, this one, this in front of you right now, can actually compete with Promods Kirkenes Quarry Road. I kid you not. There's a reason we're starting here, is because I need to show you this road first. But then there's also a very scenic, really beautiful road in the Balkans out of Bar that I showed you. I think that was yesterday in my video part 6 that I showed you yesterday. And we need to haul all the way out of that as well, because it's just beautiful. So that is what we're going to do today. That is why I'm live. So that I can show you the 2 new very beautiful roads. But before we start doing that, if you remember on my Discord server, you would hopefully know what this is. This is the colors of the Wombattrucker United VTC groups, trailers, whatever. This is the colors we're using, and I wanted to show it off here because I want to do it. That's my right. This is my stream. I can do whatever I want. I wanted to show you this because this is the first time this truck or these colors are used in any YouTube video, at least up until now. And hopefully we will do more with these colors on Truckers MP in Promods 2.50 soon. So don't rip Kirkenes Quarry Road. It's still beautiful, sticky. It's still gonna be a huge favorite to a lot of people. And this road that we're gonna hold on now has tarmac only. There's just a little bit of gravel here in the first 200 meters or so. Then it's gonna be tarmac. So it's not replacing it in any way, but it's a very good alternative to the Promods Kirkenes Road. No, this is not Madsters, this is SCS. All you see here today is SCS and Pro mods only. I'm not using any other additional mods whatsoever, which means Ducky isn't here today. I'm not even using Sizzle's mod. There's nothing here, it's just SCS and Pro mods. Everything you see here today is what you get when you have all the 6 map DLCs and download Promods 2.50 whenever it is being released. No one knows yet. We do report on, or at least I do, I can't speak for everyone else, but yes, if found, bugs will be reported. The RC2 was sent to me yesterday evening, so this is literally the first time I'm hauling on it. Anything can happen. Let's find out what happens. The first thing, let's take a look at the map, of course. We're here. This is Embalse de Contreras. And we're going to go down to Ciudad Real. Unfortunately, I don't have any cargo. I couldn't find any cargo to bring to Ciudad Real. But I figured I wanted to do that because it's a very short ride down, and that gives you a chance to see this road as well. It's not bad at all. On the contrary, it's a great road. So I figured I wanted to show you that as well, which means that we won't actually do any cargo. And when we're on the subject of roads, the other road we are going to take a look at today is this one out of Bar. We could take it perhaps up to Mostar this way, because that looks a little bit interesting. But if not, let's just keep on going, because the rest of it, as you already know, is very beautiful as well. Let's get into the truck. We're already there. Let's fire her up. And let me know if the sound is okay. As I said, this is the very first time I'm using Streamlabs OBS. I think the sound is good. I just want confirmation on that from you. Thank you very much. Maybe, before we go, just in case, I'm gonna do that. You never know. So it's a 328 kilometer haul down there, and it's gonna take way longer than usual. Again, this is all SES. I frequently see complaints about SES trucks, and especially sound. You can't complain about the sound of the MAN Euro 6 truck. You just can't. Sound is 5x5. That is good, right? I hope it is. No, Arbuzix, you can ask them. Anyone can contact Promods and ask them anything. There's no law against that. Preferably you do it on the Discord server. This road, you know what, I'm going to try to use the outside camera as much as I can down there. Just because it's so beautiful. Just like with the Kirkenes Quarry Road, there is no traffic here, which is why I think it is going to be great when this one reach Truckers MP. Because, yeah, having traffic here in both directions, there's room for it. And it feels kind of lonely here now, which is unfortunate because the road is so beautiful. Why isn't there any other trucks or cars here? This is where they should go. Hi Bremer, welcome. Crazy Mongo, you can't complain about the sound on the MAN truck. Thank you, Frankie, for becoming a subscriber. That is also something new now that I have Streamlabs OBS. I'm probably going to get rid of these. It's probably going to be annoying, but for now, they stay. So if you become a subscriber today, it will pop up on the screen and everyone will know. So Iberia isn't required for this. Obviously, there is no Iberia yet. This will be released for 138. Welcome, Arbuzix. I do believe you can see them. There is a 10-second delay. It's always like that between what I can see and what... Oh, there we go. There you see. It's 10 seconds after I saw it. I'm ahead of my time, I guess. Imagine having a convoy going up here or down here. That is something the Wombatians United definitely have to do. Yes, Georgia is new in 2.50, and we have 2 cities there. If you're wondering what will happen to Turkey, the Turkey map, and it's Georgia, well, log on to my Discord server. There's a link to it in the video description. And I'm showing you pictures of what will happen. So you'll find all the information about what will happen with Rust map Murmansk and all of that. It's all found on my Discord server. Please turn up the truck sound. Let's see, turn the truck sound up a little bit. Like that, perhaps. There is no news that I'm aware of. There is no news I've been given access to regarding the Middle East. I don't have Middle East 2.50. Obviously, you've seen all the screens. You've seen the videos. There is nothing on Middle East that I'm informed about yet. EBS Gamer, thank you for becoming a subscriber. Okay, I might turn off the subscriber notifications on screen for the next live stream, because this is getting annoying. Hi, Docus. There is a connection, Supercilio, by Ferry. It's by Ferry only. Let's just take a quick stop here and enjoy the views. Look at this. We're going up there. Yeah, all of it. And it was pretty quick. We got here pretty fast. Up there is the factory. There it is. That's where we started. And we're already down here. But we still have a lot of road to cover. We're not finished yet. Are you kidding me, Docus? Yes, I'm on Promods 2.50. I think it's. I think the video description actually reveals that fact. I'm not an expert, but I think so. Whoops. This is in Spain. Should have been there from the beginning, guys. It pays off to be here from the start. Yeah, there we have it. Ciudad Real. Wando, thank you very much. That warms my old heart. Thank you very much, dude. Wang Chu, maybe they'll do China next, who knows? Maybe that wall behind us there is practice for Promods China. No, it isn't. But it would be cool. Super City, we don't know. I mean, Georgia, we have 2 cities there now. And, well, they either have to make a connection to Southern Region and force you to use Southern Region, or more likely they will create their own, I don't know, either version of Southern Region, or more likely probably their own Turkey. I have a feeling they are going to expand into Turkey. I mean, I don't really see a reason to create a couple of cities in Georgia and then just leave it there. Docus, again, on my Discord server, you'll find the information needed to understand what is going to happen to Promods Georgia and the map combo. It's all there, dude. Isn't this a beautiful road? I mean, what more can you possibly ask for than roads like this? And it actually kind of looks a little bit like the old roads. I think it's the E6 in Western Norway. It reminds me a lot about that. And that road goes all the way from Bergen to Trondheim. So maybe one day Promods will add that road as well. It would all look like this. All of it. Just a quick recap of how many cities and countries that Promods have either added or updated. 20 countries in 2.50 and twice as many cities. It's a big update, 2.50. Egeman, don't be too sure about that. I mean, they have added more in Ukraine now, and that is a pretty disputed area in many ways too. No, Cruz, I'm not using natural looks. I'm not using any graphics mods, traffic mods, nothing. Nada. This is just Promods and SCS and all 6 map DLCs. That's it, including the truck. Are you asking me about future versions of Promods, Tenzin? I don't know. I don't even know when this version is going to be released. I know even less about the next version of Promods after this. Motilla del Palancar. It's a city? Probably. It looks pretty lonely. Oh, weird. Yeah, the version I'm holding on today was released yesterday. Obviously not available publicly yet. Hopefully very soon. You all deserve Promods 2.50. You won't be disappointed with this one. It's an absolutely incredible update. Dashi, I know nothing about the Middle East. Middle East is not part of the either the RC1 or RC2 that I'm holding on now, so I have no information whatsoever on the next version of Middle East. It's going well, Mango. No teleports, no crashes. Pretty boring so far. Hi Agile, welcome. So now we're on the highway down to the city, and it's just, oh, I want to move to Spain. Sometimes I want to move to Spain. I've been to Barcelona a lot. I like that city. I like cities But the countryside here in Spain, very beautiful as well. No, the traffic is not set to 0, but it is set to 1. Again, I want to make as few changes as possible to the game for this. So the only changes I've made here is the skin I'm using. I changed the colors of one of the standard skins from... Okay, thank you. Thank you. From SES. So that is as far as it goes regarding changing things here today. It could very well be Dashi, but again, it's just speculations. No one knows what is going to happen with the expansion of either Promods or the Middle East, of course. That is entirely up to Promods to decide on. And I don't think there is one single person at Promods who knows exactly what is going to happen even. Maybe Skull. But other than that, I don't think anyone knows much about what is coming. Tenzin, go ahead and do that, and I wish you the best of luck. And then I'm gonna be a little bit curious as to how you did it, maybe. Eggman, they did a lot of changes in a lot of places. I haven't seen that much about France, to be honest. Or rather, anything about France. So I'm not really sure. They might have, like they have done in many other countries, done refreshes or actually swapped out different prefabs en masse, but I can't say for sure. Oh, we do, Crazy Mango. You have been to Grand Utopia? That is based on France. We all go to France, you just don't want to admit it. No, I haven't really seen anything about changes in France. Mr. Vadim, thank you very much, sir, for your rubles there. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. There are, as you can see, still some weird things like that car there. Don't know really why he was sitting there. The reason everyone halts in France is because you have to if you're going to Spain from Kirkenes. I can't, Eggman. I've just memorized Vadim because this isn't the first time he's here. I hereby request that everyone from Russia change their names to Vadim because that's the only name I actually recognize. Mr. Bremer, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I see you're all using the Streamlabs tip functionality. And that's cool. I really like that. It's much better than tipping through YouTube, because they want to steal 50% of your money. So we're almost there. 143 kilometers to go. Now, next thing after this is to do a haul out of Bar. And my plan is to be online together with you and show you the news of Promods 2.50 for about 3 hours. And don't worry, this only took us less than... No, it's going to take us another 4 minutes. So this only took us 30 minutes. We have 2.5 hours to kill, and that isn't going to be a problem. Because other than this road here and the one out of Bar, I want to show you the northern Sweden and Finland as well, and the roads there, because they too are very, very nice. And of course, I think we should spend at least some time on Ukraine as well, because after all, that is around 700 new kilometers of roads in Ukraine that we can haul on. And I figured let's have a look at that as well. So it won't be any problems killing 3 hours today. There's a lot to look at. That is right. There is nothing new on Belgium. Sorry about that. Yeah, don't you worry. There's not going to be a lot of highways here today. I think this could actually be the only real highway we're hauling on today. And again, that is only for some 200 kilometers in total. Hi, Ghost Rider. Actually, you're right. We don't have anything new in the Benelux, but I was born in Norway. I still have a Norwegian passport. There is nothing about Norway either. It's just one of those things. 2.50, 20 countries and some 40 cities or so, and nothing in either Norway or the Benelux for that matter. Next time. No, there's nothing new in Norway. But I'm not complaining. We have Åland now, and that is good. And we have, of course, 2 new cities in Sweden. So, I mean, that weighs up a lot. The 2 new cities in Åland looks fantastic. Arbozix, if I'm hungry, I'm good, dude. I had something to eat a couple of hours ago. It's not my first ever live stream, you know. Maybe you forget to eat the first time, you won't forget to do it the second time. So, nah. I even brought my water today again. Whoops. Crimea is coming, if you're using ROX. Maybe in the future Promods will add it too, who knows. Yeah, I'm still using Toby. And I'm still trying to get used to using the external camera when I drink water. It's either using the external camera or switching the head tracking off while I drink water. Yes, Louis, of course they will. Of course they will merge with Iberia once it's released. So Iberia is going to be released for ETS to 139 probably. Could be 140, but I think it's going to be 139. And then we'll have a new version of Promods, probably 2.51, which will just overwrite the Iberia DLC completely. That is what I did the last few times when we had new DLCs out. So they always do that until they have figured out how to merge their own part of, in this case then, Iberia with Promods Iberia. And that will then be released as 2.52 or something like that. Supercilio, Norway is not big, but yes, it is a very beautiful. I'm from Norway, we don't think it's that cold, but sure, I can understand, depending on where you're from, that you think Norway is cold. Tenzin, ROX 2.3.5. It has recently been updated. Yeah, Phantom, I tested. I actually have a bracket sitting on top of my monitor, but I changed it back down to using it at the bottom of the screen. I wish you could tilt the Toby so that you can choose yourself if you want it on top of or at the bottom of your monitor. And it definitely won't work if you turn it upside down. I tested that too, just for the fun of it. That was horrible. Well, Martin, I'm from Kristiansand, and a small city outside of Oslo called Skiptvet. So that's where I was growing up. So it wasn't that cold there. I mean, the winters were great. We had a lot of snow. That was back in the good old days when there was actually snow during the winters. But the summers were hot. Hi CC, welcome. And welcome to Spain. To the Ciudad Real. And the thing I'm most hyped about right now, other than Promods 2.50, and of course the upcoming Iberia as well, is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's coming out in, where I'm living, 5.5 hours. I won't get much sleep tonight, that's for sure. And if you just happen to have relocated in Steam to Australia, congratulations, you already have it. Well, let's see what happens, Ivan, because Iberia is, like it always is, going to be the best and most beautiful DLC SCS has ever released. It's always been like that. You know, they come out with this new beautiful DLC and you think, how are they ever going to be able to top this? This is, nothing can ever be more beautiful than this is. And then the next DLC is out and you realize that, well, it's quite possible to make something that is even more beautiful. They always do. So if Iberia isn't way more beautiful than the Black Sea DLC is, I will be disappointed. And I don't think I'll be disappointed, to be honest. Lucas, welcome as a subscriber. Thank you very much for subscribing. If I will stream Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah, probably. You all know how this works. I try out a new game, I fail terribly, and then never do it again. I'm thinking about doing it differently with Flight Sim, actually. I haven't been this hyped about a new game in... I'm almost 50 years old, dudes. And I haven't been this hyped about a new game since the release of the very, very first version of Quake in 1992 or something. I really, really look forward to this. What is it? almost a year since they showed it off the first time on E3. There's been a lot of time gone past since then, and it's finally here. Hi, wombattrucker, and everyone else who just joined. We are kind of done here in Spain now, I think. I've been hauling around the city. Let's have a look at the map. I think I've been to most of this city now. No, still have a little bit more to go. Maybe we can do that, and then we're gonna hit. Then we're gonna hit the bar. We're going to the bar because I want to go to the bar. Best city name ever. I know, Tia Pernas. Well, they are releasing it for a few hours there. They had some problems with it, the new driver. Hopefully they have updated it now. But yeah, there is a new one, so I wonder how much better that will work for those of us who are fortunate enough to have a 2080 Ti. I wasn't really surprised by it, but I was still a little bit disappointed that even those that have a 2080 Ti actually can't use maxed out graphic settings. Again, I wasn't surprised, and I kind of feel like it's how it should be. With a game like this that is going to be around for many, many years, you need to add graphics that really pushes the hardware that is already out there, and even go a little bit beyond that. And that is what I did. Oh, it will be out here by the end of the year. I'm guessing November. We could have the Iberia DLC out. Yeah, I'm just gonna find somewhere to park now. And then we're going to take a look at the map, and then we're going to hit the bar. Hi, Nomad. Yeah, the 1060 6GB Super Kid is a great graphics card for ETS2 and ATS. And it's going to perform well on Flight Sim as well, but I mean, not even a 2080 Ti can max the graphics completely. Hi, MRT. We're gonna stop just here. That'll do. So there you have it. That is the Ciudad Real, and of course, more importantly, the road to or from Embalse de Contreras. What a road. What a beautiful road it is. Who said something about Uzhhorod and Mukachevo? That would be Ukraine, right? There it is. The road between Uzhhorod and Mukachevo. There it is. What about it? I'm not gonna drive here. I don't think I want to. Instead, I want to go to bar. Let's do that. Go to the bar. And let's put the truck down somewhere here. No, not... Oh, Christ. I always forget. I can't go to bar. I need to go to the other city there. Go to Dubrovnik. That is. So you're just gonna have to close your eyes while I'm quickly flying down to Bar. Yeah, I'm intentionally spoiling this now just because I'm gonna show it to you in a little bit. So we're gonna put down the truck here. There we are. Saba, are you kidding me? Don't ask. It's ready when it's ready. Actually, let's go to Mostar. And we're not going to go this way. We're going to go that way instead. So that is a 551 kilometer haul up to Mostar. I'm going to go there. No. Oops. There. 460 it is. So that is what we're going to do. Bar is a beautiful city in itself. I showed you that in part, I think it was part 4? 5? No, 5. Or was it 6? I can't even remember. There have been so many episodes. I had to split entire Europe up in tinier pieces, otherwise it would have been a very, very long video. So there it is. Let's haul out of here and go to Mostar, which also is a new city, of course. Let's just not do it in 13th gear. There we go. Hi, Uffichu. Welcome to the bar. Actually, let's see if we can find some cargo to haul to Mostar. Could be that we have something here if we are lucky. No, we're not lucky. What do we have here? We have Dubrovnik and Plucha. Nothing even close. No. Never mind. We're not here to haul anything really. Oh! The final version of Southern Region is out. Excellent! Well, at least Fox still had the old one, didn't they? I mean, Spain is beautiful and I love the countryside there and the beautiful views there, but this part of the world, oh my god, this is where you want to go on vacation. Or actually retire, perhaps. There is one single item I don't like. And we're gonna hold past it. I'm gonna show it to you. I hope they will replace it. It's an asset. But the first time I saw it, I thought there was something wrong with my PC. It's gonna be a while until we get there. But that single item is the only complaint I have about the entire Balkans. Mango, I'm gonna agree with you on that. I stand corrected. I too wanna retire on Grand Utopia. We just have to build it first. Hi Plum! We're hauling on RC2, my friends. I wonder what happened there. Is my stream still working? Because all of a sudden I lost everything. The stream seems to work, but according to YouTube, everyone dropped out around the same time as Plum joined. Oh, there it's... No, it's back. This is a 16 speeder. Let's see. I think we could have... No, it's not here. As I'm talking about, it's not really easy to see it other than in your mirrors when you're coming from this direction. Preets, well, I'm using Tobii eye tracker. Actually, I'm not using it as an eye tracker at all. I'm using it as a head tracker only. So I did a video a couple of weeks back on the new eye tracker 5 by Tobii. It's a fantastic device if you combine it with ETS to 138. It's a decent device on 137, but it's a fantastic device on 138. Well, you know me, Vidas. Of course, there's going to be a map combo with Promods 2.50. Oops, I did it again. Cruise, I'll change to automatic transmission when, I don't know, when I turn 70 perhaps? Well, that too, Mango. I mean, I did complain about the price. It is incredibly expensive. I think we have the asset coming up here. No, wrong. I mean, but on the good side, on the positive side, you really get what you pay for. So, I mean, I have nothing other than the price then, of course, to complain about regarding the Tobii eye tracker. No, there's absolutely no point in asking when 2.50 is coming out. Nobody knows. It's ready when it's ready. Oh God. I should have added that text on top of this stream. Just like I did with Grand Utopia. Yeah, I know. I have no. I don't. I believe you. Your device costing 40 euros does the same thing. Yes, but I'm willing to bet the remaining 160 euros that it wasn't as easy to set up as the Tobii eye tracker is. There's literally never been any device that I've used or seen anyone use that has been that easy to set up. Oblivious, welcome. I'm doing fantastic, dude. How are you? Waleed, you can do whatever you want. But until there's a road connection between RusMap 2.2.1 and Promods 2.50, there's not really any point in doing it. So we need to take a ferry, probably the shortest ferry ever. This is going to be a very, very short one. And I'm just going to go past the entire queue for it, because I'm not a very patient person. So we're going to take a ferry all the way across the huge ocean here. It's going to take us 20 minutes, believe it or not. So, that took 20 minutes. Are we in Montenegro? You're asking someone who had won. No, we're not in Montenegro, and maybe we are. There's the border. Yes, we're in Montenegro. Let's see. I can't see shit through that window. I think it's good. We're good. Gustavo! Oi! Hi, farmer. Guys, stop asking me if I'm doing well. What do you think? I'm holding on Promods 2.50 RC2. What do you think? Do you think I'm doing great? Maybe I am. Moldova? Moldova. No one lives there. We already know that. Oh, except for two guys. There's two guys living there. I have not forgotten about it. So again, I'm not using any mods whatsoever. This is just Promods and SCS. That's all. Yeah, I can't complain, farmer. And so maybe I shouldn't ask you guys how you are doing, because you don't have Promods 2.50. And honest to God, I wish you had it. All of you. It is... I'm really looking forward to playing on 2.50 on TMP with as many of you as possible. Well, I can't deny it. I am very, very lucky. Project Balkans. Was there a time where it wasn't a mess, to be honest? I think we have covered almost as much of its use in 2.50, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure there is a market for Project Balkans when this gets released. Fat Al, welcome. So, thank you for being here, and if you're enjoying the stream, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe as well. If you do subscribe, your name will be forever written in this live stream, thanks to Streamlabs OBS. Farmer, we're on our way to Mostar. So we're just going to continue down this road. No, there's only going to be promos in this video. That's the only thing you're going to see here today. Promods, promods, promods. Yeah, slap the thumbs, but only once or threes, not twice. We have 4 dislikes. Excellent. Lee, no, I'm not being paid by Promods. I wasn't paid by Grand Utopia either when I did my 1.9 pre-release live stream. No, Mango, actually I don't wish I was paid. Then I would have to actually put it in the video somewhere that it is a video paid for by blah blah blah. There's that, and then there's the fact that, I mean, if you're asked to do a live stream or asked to do something, if you want to try something out that hasn't been released yet, something like Promods for instance, your first question isn't going to be how much will you pay me to do it. Who cares about being paid for doing this? Grand Utopia multiplayer, now that would be nice. No, it isn't Panda's mother, Uffe. It isn't, because I don't think I have said any bad words yet. I think we're good so far. Which is fucking awesome, to be honest. Moving on. Let's see. We're almost in Dubrovnik. This is going to be interesting, I think. This part here looks nice. Project Balkans is paying me, yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. I now given Project Balkans 2 chances to improve. There's not going to be a third. I have a really, really hard time thinking I'll ever add Project Balkans to my map combos again. Neon Carbide, this is part 7. One could say that I've already shown the changes to all of Promods except for the roads done. And in this video, the first thing we did was going through the changes in the 3 last countries, which was Hungary, Germany and Spain. So yeah, we've already been through that. The reason they haven't released it is because the first thing I want to do is make sure that it actually works. So that is what they're doing. And in the meantime, we get to at least watch some lucky bastards doing videos on it. I mean, that's better than not knowing anything about it other than, oh, here it comes. Here's the assets that I was talking about. The only thing I don't really like here is that ferry. Let's just get over to the other side here and I'll show you what I mean. It looks It looks unfinished. Hang on. Whoa! Maybe I need to keep an eye on the road. I'm gonna stop on the other side here and show you that ferry. Or ship, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna pull over quickly here. So, of all the things in Promods 2.50, that ship is the only thing I don't like. It looks like it's unfinished. There's something wrong with it. I don't know. I kid you not, that is the only thing I don't approve of. Moving on. Yeah, there's something wrong with that ship there. I don't know what it is. If it's just the skin, or if it's, I don't know. There's something wrong. Andrew, no, I'm not in Viva Trucking, and I never will be. I'm in Wombatians United. This is my VTC, and this is our colors. We are officially open for business since 2020, August the 13th, I think it was, 4 days ago. And if you want to join my VTC, go to my Discord server. And there's a link there to, we have channels, of course, for the VTC there. And yeah, join us. My favorite truck, Louis, that's easy, Scania. My favorite truck, LB76, but you can't have that, at least if you're not using mods. Actually, there are no mods of the LB76 right now, but so I'm gonna go with the Scania S and R730. S probably being the one I like the most. I've always been a Scania guy. Yes, we do use truck books. And we plan on doing some things together on TMP, but of course holding offline for those who want to do that. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with Central Bosnia there, Disco. Good point. No one knows. We're gonna enjoy the sunset for a little bit, and then I'm gonna change it back to daylight again. Someone said that the sunsets in Italy are beautiful. Sure. But sunsets in Balkans, just as beautiful. Your truck book is banned, Andrew. What did you do? Oh, look at that. Hang on. Why am I still in third? You know what? I'm getting a little bit worried that my G25 is giving up on me. I've had some weird issues with it lately. Ciao, Nico. Oh, look at that sunset. Beautiful evening here in Republika Hrvatska, Croatia, that is. Apparently. Yeah, the thing is, I could get a G923, but I like my old G25, and I've been saying that for a very long time. There is one other steering wheel I like more than my own G25, and that is the G27. Now, you can't buy any of them new. So I've been online for a couple of times this last week, and I've been looking for second-hand G27s. They are not easy to come by. Let's just stop very quickly. I'm going to change the daylight, or change to daylight. Let's do 8 in the morning. There we go. So that you can enjoy the scenery of Croatia, which is beautiful. Well, Bremer, I don't want to. Yeah, I want a fan attack. I do. I really do. For racing, but for a game like this, no. I want my buttons on my tranny there. I want the steering wheel I have here, a round one, completely round. A Caucasus DLC, you mean? Maybe. They will cover eventually all of Europe. That should probably be the question. Will they cover all of Europe? And yes, of course they will. Just like they, in the future, in 10 years or so, will cover all of the US. Yeah, Liam, there's something wrong with Google today. 3 times now during the day or during the stream. So 3 times in the first 60 minutes. My analytics have said I have 0 viewers. And I think I have a little bit more than 0 viewers. So, but we are around 140 right now, Liam, so you're not alone. Yeah, I'm gonna find a new G27 or second-hand 27 at some point. So if you're enjoying the stream, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe as well. And let's head in. Your G27 is falling apart. They are getting old, those G27s and G25s. But there isn't really anything that can replace it. Not for a game like this. let's have a quick look at the map, because yeah, we're almost there, just around the corner here, and then the new road up to Mostar. Tashinga, yes, I'm using my NPI settings. That is true, but again, I'm not using any mods whatsoever. Andrew, the stream should be fine. If there's a crash, it's on your side. NPI is Nvidia Profile Inspector. So instead of using the 400% scale that you set in game, you can set that directly on the card instead using Nvidia Profile Inspector. And the good thing about it is that you can then set the scaling to 800 or even 1600 instead of just 400. Of course, that is going to take a toll on your PC, but I find that to be better than using mods, actually, especially if you're using map combos, because even graphics mods on map combos have a tendency of, well, making things look pretty strange at times. And I think the GPS is pretty wrong here. I'm not really sure I'm gonna do what the GPS suggests that I do. Well, I could, there's no one else here. Yeah, why not? I'm sorry, officer, the GPS said I should do that. The newest Frankie, G923. What's the difference between a G923 and a 920? I have no idea. 1440p is my resolution, Abhishek. John Age, welcome, John. Very nice to see you here, sir. I'm doing great. How are you doing, John? You can, Tashinga, but again, I don't want to use. I mean, I'm showing you Promods 2.50 today, so I don't want to confuse that with any mods at all. As I said in the beginning, I don't even have Ducky with me today. I didn't even add Sizzle, so nothing. But yeah, you can absolutely use it with reshade. It's just that I'm making map combos. I want to know what is causing what, so I prefer to do it without reshade. My hand off the window. Let's see if we could do that. Nah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work. Hi, Bogdak. And there's that. JBX Graphics is 15 euros. So, now we're heading up to Mostar. Thanos. No, I'm not ready to buy Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 tomorrow. Not at all. Because I already did. As soon as it was announced that it was coming to Steam, I bought it on Steam. And those of you, if any of you who are living in Australia, you have probably already, or you are right now downloading it. It is available in Australia, and to more and more countries around the world it's now becoming available. So it's not like we're used to with SCS software that is going big bang all over the world. Looks like Microsoft is doing it at midnight in the different countries as the clock turns 12. No, we don't have a mileage limit on the VTC, Simon, and I doubt we'll ever have that. Wombatians United is more about having fun together. It's not about putting requirements on you. We just want it to be fun. If you're more into having a dispatcher that sits there and just feeds you jobs to complete, I'm sorry, we're the wrong VTC for you. Yeah, I will do a live stream. I have to do a live stream, and of course the first thing I'm going to do is take off from an airport here in Stockholm and fly over my house in a live stream. If we can get it into the air, that is. I haven't flown an airplane since Microsoft Flight Simulator 5. It's been many, many years. I think it says something. I do have, or have, it's still somewhere in the basement. I can't find it. But I have a Microsoft Sidewinder flight stick with an RS232 connection. RS232 connection. That is how long it was since I played flight sims. Oh yeah, don't worry, Andrew, you'll see me crash. But I will try to do a better job than I did with the train simulators. So my goal is tomorrow to be able to get an airplane up into the air and of course see if I can land it again, and then I'm gonna do a live stream, possibly on Wednesday. So we're heading up to Mostar, and it's gonna be a only 100 kilometers. I was kind of hoping for more. It looks like more. Yeah, the map image there, Neon Carbide, was brilliant. I hope they continue to do that for the future releases. That was really helpful. The controller I'll use Bogdak. I bought a I wanted to buy a yoke, but my wallet said no. So I ended up buying a 90 euro Hotas from, and I need to check because I forgot. Let's see if I have that on email from somewhere. I really can't remember. It's coming tomorrow. I can't remember what I ordered. Great, I can't even find the email. There it is. No, I can't see what it is on the email. I can't find that email. So, but I bought a HOTAS. It's fine. I mean, after all, it isn't the cheapest one. And I saw a test online where it was the best budget model. So I figured until I can afford a yoke and rudder pedals, I'm gonna just use that HOTAS. And maybe sometime in the future I can afford to buy the real deal. I didn't pay attention to Frankie. I was busy trying to find out what the hell I bought. Oh, this looks beautiful too. I haven't actually been on this road. But it looks good. Starper? Starper? I don't know. Sorry for killing your name, that dude. Welcome, and I'm your favorite? Really? Thank you. I mean, a HOTAS works just fine. You don't need a yoke. A lot of airplanes actually have a stick instead of a yoke, so it's not wrong using it, but sometime in the future I'm gonna get myself a proper yoke instead. Love you too, love you. Yeah. Once we get to Malstar, I'm still gonna pull over and find out what I bought. It's not a no-name HOTAS. It's a well-known company I bought it from, but still, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight unless I can remember what it was that I bought. Torino Low, welcome from Sweden. Ah, Simon, seriously? No, yours is better, and then I almost crash. I'm gonna pull over here because I'm getting annoyed by my HOTAS. I need to find out what I bought. Hang on. I won't be able to sleep tonight unless I know what I bought. Let's see. Seriously, how difficult can it possibly be? There we have it. Order confirmation. I bought a Trustmaster T-Flight HOTAS for PC. 90 euros. So Trustmaster. There you have it. Yeah, but it's a very plastic Trustmaster, this one. I mean, it's 90 euros. It's not a 160, 70, 80, 200 euros you could otherwise pay for something better. But it's apparently a decent budget model. Experience, I need to eat nuts for memory. I'll try to keep that in mind. Eat as many nuts as I can. What Mango said, Frankie. And no, I will not test using that for flying. There's already YouTube videos on people doing that. That's probably true, Dusko. I would be very disappointed if I paid 90 euros for something that is even more plastic than a €4 mouse. Salahi, I'm using for the last year ever a NEC SyncMaster 27-inch screen that I've had since 2003. It's getting old and I want a 4K screen. Yeah, there's a new screen coming. But it's been absolutely fantastic, this screen. It was a great screen when it came out. I think the response time is like 2 millisec on this 7-year-old screen. But it's time to replace it with something new. I'm still good on gas. Not for long though. I'm gonna have to refuel soon. I think the biggest problem with my screen is that it isn't really a 1440p screen. I still use 1440p on it, and it looks okay, but it doesn't look like 1440p. So yeah, there's so many things I want. So there we have it. That's Mostar. Welcome to Mostar, everyone. So this is what it looks like. Now you don't have to go here. Yeah, and now it says X as well. I'm not sure, Bogdak. I think not. I think the X is more expensive, isn't it? Let me check again. We're here now. Trustmaster T-Flight HOTAS for PC, PS4 and PS5. So it's not the PC/Xbox version. It's the PS5 version of it. So no, there's no X in it. There you have Mostar. Let's have a look at the map again. So that was Bar to Mostar. You're welcome. And now it's time to let you decide, should we now do this road here from, say from Mukachevo, all the way up to Lviv and Lutsk and Kovel, and probably refuel here as well while we're there. Should we do that first, or should we do this area here? Felix go to Oban. Why? Where's my snuff? There it is. Mark, you didn't watch my videos. You didn't watch what this live stream started with. Me going through the news of Hungary, Germany, and Spain. Dude. Tashinga, no micro-stuttering that I've seen on my screen here, but this is the very first time I'm using Streamlabs OBS, so there could be something caused by Streamlabs OBS that is then visible on your side, but it's not caused by the game itself. If you have micro-stuttering, it's caused by OBS or possibly YouTube. Nordics, they say. Tornio to Kathmandu. Tornio is there, and then I'm gonna say let's do Luleå to Karesuando, because Luleå is the other Swedish city that has been added. Sure, Neon Carbide, that image is no secret. New road in Nickel. Oh, yeah, we need to do that as well. Good point, sir. Murmansk to Nickel. Actually, we're gonna, yeah, let's do P21 as well. Because this is a fantastic road. Yeah, absolutely gonna do that too. So we're heading over to Luleå first then. Which means that we are leaving the two roads I think will be the most popular roads on 2.50, the two most popular of all the new roads, that is. Let's drop down at a gas station while we're at it. There it is. And not that this road isn't going to be popular, it is, but I somewhere imagine it's not going to be as popular as the Spanish and road and the road in Balkans. So this is what we're doing, and how are we going to solve that? I think I want to go this way. Maybe we could go back and then go down to Moinio afterwards. No, wrong button. My favorite radio station in game? I have none. I never listen to music when I'm playing. And the reason for that is that I never really get to play anymore. I get to either prepare for videos, make videos, or, well, record a lot, of course, for videos. So I never get to listen to radios. Unfortunately. I should be able to do this without looking at the GPS whatsoever. I mean, I live here, not in Luleå, but I live here in Sweden. I should be able to do this without looking at the GPS. We could do that as well, Andrew, fly over some of the ports here. Thanos, you're expected to have fun on the VTC together with the rest of us, and that is it. That is all the requirements we have, at least for now. Our main goal is for everyone to have fun on the VTC. The outer it's a long story. I moved to Sweden from Norway when I was 18, and it's no secret really. I've been living in Sweden for more than 30 years now, so I'm getting close to 50. And I grew up in I mainly grew up in two small towns in Norway. I was born in Kristiansand, and that is a rather large Norwegian city, but most of my childhood I spent in a small village called Skiptvet with some 3,500 inhabitants. 3,500 people live there. Then we moved to another city called Eidehavn, and that was even smaller. So when I was 18, I wanted to see the world. And back in those days, there weren't, at least not where I grew up, anyone who moved to London or New York or Germany or anything like that. Some people moved to Sweden, and so that was what I did. I moved to Stockholm because to me that was one of the largest cities in the world. I mean, the population of Stockholm, Sweden is a million and a half. So that was pretty huge to me. So it was just a coincidence, really. I could have chosen another city. My only criteria was that it has to be somewhere not in Norway, and it has to be a big city. Turned out there was a job waiting for me here in Stockholm, so this is where I ended up. Never grow up, ever. And then I got kids, so I was forced to grow up. If it hadn't been for the kids, I would still be a child. No, a young guy, I think. I wouldn't have grey beards, that's for sure. Yes, Arbus6, I'll do map combos on Promods 2.50. Fact is, if you head over to my Discord server, you'll find some images there explaining the situation with Promods 2.50 and what will work and what will not, and what we need to wait for to be updated. Says Thanos, you won't say that in a few years. I'm gonna be completely honest here and say that my kids saved my life, for real. I would probably have had fun and played myself to death if it hadn't been for my kids. I've been, or at least I've been trying to be responsible as a father from day one, but I've never been this responsible if it hadn't been for my kids. Fact is, I wouldn't be living in Sweden if it hadn't been for my kids. Describe 2.50 in 3 words. I'm gonna go lazy and just say very, very impressive. I wasn't kidding back there when we looked at that ship. I have no complaints about it. There are interesting things happening like Ukraine and Georgia. But I don't see it as a problem like some people do, that Promods have expanded even further into Ukraine or added Georgia. I don't see that as a problem at all. I know that there are some people who do that, see it as a problem. I really don't. And I don't think any other mod creators do either. And again, I'm probably explaining why no one sees it as a problem, the expansions that has been added in 2.50. I think I explained that in my Discord server. It's great news for those who want to use just Promods. It's great news having more roads in Ukraine. And if you're worried about Romania Extended, it doesn't matter. Because if you use Romania Extended, that is the cities of Ukraine you will see. You will see the cities of Romania Extended in Ukraine, because Romania Extended is located above Promods. So it benefits everyone. I just think all the news they are adding are wonderful news. How do you upgrade ETS2 back to 138? The same way you downgraded to 137, Thanos. Tenoria! When will Promos 2.50 be out? No one knows. Trust me, if I knew, you could read all about it in the video description. I don't think even Skull knows when Promods 2.50 will be released. Whoa, what did I do? I was looking at the comments there. Agile, yeah, it could be that it's part of a larger ferry prefab, but I've seen that big ferries before, and they've never looked that ugly, to be honest. Again, this is not criticizing Promods. I think it says way more about the quality of Promods when the only thing you can complain about is a stupid ferry. You can't even drive onto the ferry because it's not connecting. It's not a ferry connection, it's just a ferry. So I think it says a lot about the quality of 2.50, really. Christian, where have you been? We spent the first 30 minutes of this video going through the news of Spain. Go back and watch the first 30 minutes of this live stream after the live stream has ended. Seriously, dude. It's all there. It's all there. Yeah, John, I've used Freestyle, but there is a lot of things I can do with Streamlabs OBS that I couldn't do with OBS Studio. I have much more control with those two than I have with Freestyle. Yeah. But I'm gonna watch the stream after we have completed it to see if there is stuttering on the stream, and if there is, the first thing I'll do after that is go into the settings and see what I can do there to minimize or eliminate stuttering. But hopefully there is no stuttering when I watch it after the live stream has ended. But I will say that I'm very satisfied with Streamlabs OBS so far. I didn't screw up this stream entirely. So I'm happy. And I hope you are too. John H, by the way, we now have a VTC. If you want to join a VTC, we have the world famous Wombatians United. So if you want to join a VTC just for the fun of it, there's a link to my Discord server in the video description. You can join us from there, or you can join us. I think there's a link to the trucks book as well. Mike, it's always been like that when there's a new DLC out. Basically everyone starts over. I mean, we have just a few days prior to that a new game version of as well. So everyone has to start over. And my guess is that Promods will create an update to 2.51 that overwrites Iberia for the first weeks or months or whatever it takes for them to then implement Promods 2.52 or whatever they're going to call it with Iberia. Kalia is there, John. Kalia is part of the VTC. Just for your information. I've seen that those who have been doing live streams or videos on Microsoft Flight Simulator has had a ton of problems with stuttering. So they have been using freestyle instead. But I think with the new drivers that GeForce is releasing today, maybe that will cure the problem. Farmer, the current version of Middle East will not be compatible with 2.50 because the current version of Middle East is only compatible with 137. So we will see a Middle East 2.50 as well. Now I have no information about the Middle East 2.50, whatever news there are there or anything, I have no idea. So we'll just have to wait and see if Middle East for 2.50 brings anything new. I don't know, I have no information. Yeah, 2020 needs a lot of memory. I think Squirrel has 32 gigs. I have also 32 gigs. He had stuttering problems. But I think 32 should be more than enough. Yeah, I hope Bogdak will join as well. These are our official colors, by the way. So you'll find the RGB colors and the skin on the Discord server. The colors are obviously for online use then. And we will have events from time to time doing stupid things like holding together in a underpowered Renault. Yeah, we need to do Renaults as well. And you know which one I mean. I'm not talking about the range, the T range. We need to use the ugly one because it's fun. Yeah, FS 2020, of course it supports SLI. I wish I had 2 of these RTX 2080 Ti's. That would be cool. It's not really premium, is it? Calling it premium is like putting lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig, even if you call it premium. I think the old Magnum looked pretty badass. I like the old Magnum. Ecostralis, yeah, we're gonna do that as well. Maybe do some special transport stuff in a 230 horsepower Stralis. No, I didn't say I need it, Thanos. I said I want it. The only thing new in Middle East is a road between Syria and Iraq, and a broken port in Beirut. Someone who's possibly was part of the Ferrari design team made a Magnum, but there is not one guy making all the Ferraris. There we go again, Thanos. 4 Titan RTXs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Christian, Poland Rebuilding will have to make significant changes. We're talking massive road connection now. Hi Ryan. You don't have to say it more than once. Well, none of my admins are here tonight, Mango. I don't know where they are. My thoughts on Formula 1. The race wasn't as exciting as I was hoping it was going to be. I was kind of hoping for rain there for the last 16 laps, because no one was able to threaten Hamilton. It was a clear win for Hamilton from lap 3. So it was kind of boring like that. But yeah, next race in 2 weeks. Let's hope that's more exciting. I'm just human, aka Conbox. Welcome. Why Conbox? Why not just I'm just human? What happened to that? I think they made a decision, Norter, from the inside of the truck. You have a pretty good overview of everything around you in the Magnum. So looking at it from the inside, not a bad idea. Spa is hopefully going to be a lot more exciting. Alla Kittele. This is very much Finland. Romania didn't receive any news in 2.50. So nothing added in Romania for 2.50. Who said there's no cars? There's one. A Renault, by the way. Jesus Christ. Hang on. What's your impression on horse racing? It's running meat. Hang on. How are we? We're very good on fuel. Sodankylle. I love Finland. It's a country with city names I can actually pronounce. I feel confident pronouncing Finnish city names. Yeah, Scandinavia is very nice, and northern Russia is also very, very nice. By the way, I do hope that while we're waiting for Promods 2.50, that you head up to Murmansk on Rusmap 2.2.1. It looks very, very nice. It's very, very different from Promods Murmansk. So I suggest you take the opportunity now if you're on 138 and now you're using my latest version of the map combo that I released yesterday. I do hope that you go up to Murmansk and check it out. I'm gonna be bold and say you will not be disappointed, although it will not look like what you expected it to look like. Lucas, I'm gonna be very honest there. Do you think we'll see an ETS 3 someday? No, I hope not. I don't want an ETS 3. It's true, I don't. I want a truck simulator, period. So instead of having ATS and ETS, I would love for SES to just merge them into one truck simulator. Preferably with support for map mods made for ATS and ETS2, of course. But in any case, I do wish that they just make a truck simulator. We will then have everyone who has been working on map mods for ATS to do it for truck simulator, and of course we will have Promods and EAA and everyone else also making map mods for the very same truck simulator. So no, I don't want ETS 3. Thanos, you kind of sound like my daughter. She was also sent to her room to do some cleanup. Not that she did, but I tried. They don't necessarily have to call it World Truck Simulator, but of course that is my ultimate goal, a World Truck Simulator. But if they don't want to make that statement, that's fine. Just call it Truck Simulator. No, I don't want to see an Asian truck simulator either. I want to see Truck Simulator. If that means that SES will make a Asian gigantic DLC, absolutely, I'd love to see that. But I don't want it to limit it to just calling it Asia, because that has been a lot of the arguments around map combos for a very long time. It's called Euro Truck Simulator for a reason. So why are you hauling in Japan, or why are you hauling anywhere outside of Europe? And I guess calling it just Truck Simulator allows people to think a little bit more outside the box. We have like 5-6 different map mods over the years that I've tried to create or add more to all of Europe. Promods does it, yes. We have MHA Pro does it too. And the new Euro RoadNet and TSM in the past. And there's been some others around as well. How about people starting to make Africa? I want to see that. Or New Zealand or Australia. Look at that beautiful sunset. Sub-Saharan Africa, yes, I want to see that too. I mean, I'm glad we're getting North Africa back in again with Map whenever that is going to release. But I want to see Kenya. I want to see South Africa. Countries, Madagascar. Jesus, Madagascar. I want to see all of that, and maybe someday. Pallastunturi. No, we're not going to do either, Frankie. Maybe it's time for me to play God again and switch to daylight. Let's call it 6 in the morning. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's more than enough. So before we continue, let's have a look at the map. Now we're on the new roads. We've been that for a while. And we're going to take this one down to Karesuando. Well, Poland did Promods did a lot to Poland this time. They added 3 cities and rebuilt 4 other cities. So they've done quite a lot with Poland this time. It was the very first video I did on Promods, because that is the... No, it wasn't the first one, was it? Yeah, it was the first one. Iceland was the second one. It was... they made extensive changes to Poland. It doesn't look like the old Promods Poland anymore. So for better and for worse, that means that Poland rebuilding have a ton of work ahead of them to adapt to the new version of Promods. So don't expect a new version of Poland rebuilding for 138 to come out anytime soon. Fact is, there's a risk we won't see a Poland rebuilding for 138 at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to wait for 139, to be honest. Crazy Mango, I haven't even completed this stream and you wonder when I'm streaming next time. Probably not tomorrow. Hopefully on Wednesday. And if I do, it will most likely be on Flight Simulator 2020. Depends on how it goes tomorrow. Am I able to get an airplane into the air, or am I only going to crash? Or will I even be able to start an airplane? I'm going to start with an Cessna, of course, something easy, relatively. But yeah. And if I do, spoiler alert, I will do a live stream on Flight Simulator on Wednesday. And the first thing I'll do is fly over my own house so you can see where I live. And then I'm going to crash into a house. And that will be the end of the live stream. Yeah, Eggman, don't expect the first couple of map combo editions for ETS to 138 to contain all the maps we had on 137. If we look back, we didn't even have a Poland rebuilding for 136. It was 135 and 137, and I think we're going to see something similar here. Nothing for 138, but they will release for 139. There's a lot of adaptation they need to consider. Cruz, you want to see me fly an Airbus A380? That's gonna take a while. I mean, I haven't flown anything in a very, very, very long time. So, but I have been watching squirrels tutorials and videos, and what's his name? Adamantis Aunt, something like that. He does some fantastic videos as well. I can't believe it. What's his name? Admantis Aunt or something like that. He only has a 250,000 subscribers. Oddly enough, he deserves 2.5 million subscribers, is what I think. But those guys make some pretty good videos on Obsidian Aunt is his name. Obsidian Aunt. He and Squirrel did some pretty good videos on Flight Simulator 2020, and of course Squirrel then with his tutorials now. I've been studying those. I should be able to get a Cessna up in the air. Mango, I think they know pretty well how much work it is to update. Most of them are guys who have been doing work like this before. Some of them actually worked on TSM. I think they are pretty clear on how much work it is. Yeah, Squirrel makes it look easy. In everyone else's defense, Squirrel also has a license to fly IRL. So he's been able to get a lot of hours behind the stick IRL, and that probably helps. John, yeah, it running 1440 on a 1080p, yeah, that's a lot of stress. It is almost like running 4K on a screen. And I've also tried to run 4K on this screen, which equals like roughly equals 8K, and I can say a 2080 Ti isn't ready for that, running 8K. But because when I was trying to run 4K on a HD screen, I've had a frame rate of between 40 and 60. So my I didn't get the frame rate I wanted. But good news is that that is probably not going to be a problem then when I'm running 4K on a 4K screen. Conbox RTX 2070 shouldn't have any problems handling 1440p and 60 FPS on ETS2. The problem I have is that my screen is actually a 1080 screen, so it ups the graphics to 1440 and then it downgrades them again to 1080p, so it does twice as much work for me to show you 1440p as it would otherwise do if I too were running 1440 native. Sorry for the abbreviations there, Eggman. Let's focus a little bit on where we are. Northern Scandinavia. And the beautiful roads they have up here. Seriously, dude. Cliff Plus, thank you for subscribing and welcome to the club. Well, I don't know about a water cooling PC. I'm not really sure how that would help. Overclocking. I don't have water cooling, but I'm pretty confident I can overclock my PC a lot. North map is good. This is North map, just for the record. This is Promods. Muinjoki. That's the name of the river. And there we are in Sweden. And Karesuando for like 10 seconds. Hi, Docus. No, I've never been to Karesuando, but I've been to other parts of northern Sweden, so I'm going to say this is very, very plausible. I mean, many of you have probably played My Summer Car. It kind of looks like this, and it's not far from the truth. The road signs with yellow background, what about them? Doggers, yes, we've been in Sweden for the last 60 seconds. So there is that. And let's pull over here. So what we're going to do now is, I guess I'm going to fly then over to, slowly that is, over to Mooney. And once we've done that, we still have time to go to Nickel and drive the P21. We need to drive all of the P21 down to Murmansk because they made significant changes to the entire P21. Yeah, but we have yellow signs here in Sweden. So there's nothing wrong with that. So we're slowly going to fly over to Finland to begin with. I just hope they add a road down here so that we can haul in Sweden all the way up to Karesuando in the future. Another great news about this part of Sweden and Finland, they have a ton of mosquitoes. So if you enjoy mosquitoes, I highly recommend you coming up here in the summer. You will look more or less like a sack of potatoes when you go home. Yeah, Joseph, let me just complete the flying here. Let's see. Area Reindeer, renskötselsområde. Come to think of it, I'm not sure I've seen a single reindeer on this part of the map. Whereas the older parts have a ton of reindeers. No one enjoys mosquitoes. Who knew? Look at that. If you go here in the summer and stay inside your car, you will see views like this in northern Sweden and Finland. You can run a moose now in my summer car. I know a lot of people like that game. I've never been a big fan of it, but I will admit I have been enjoying watching Squirrel's streams on my summer car. But I'm perfectly fine with him not doing any more videos on my summer car. I've grown tired of it, and I did buy the game. I have it. I think I spent an hour or two playing it. I didn't like it. It's more fun, to me at least, just watching someone else play that game. You have 300 hours in my summer car combox. Jesus. Or I'm just human. See, I don't know if you have seen any. I have not seen a single reindeer. Which is kind of strange considering how many reindeers we see on the other roads in this part of the world. If they can add Siberian map to Promods, they can add anything. There's no limitations to what you can add or not. As long as you have someone who is willing to create it, you can absolutely add Siberia. Hang on, ID. I'm going to show the map again. We're just going to go down to Moinio. No Ducky today, because I'm not using a single mod today. I'm just using Promods. Everything you see today is Promods or SCS. So yeah, these beautiful roads just go on and on and on and on. Good evening, Purple Hearts. Just doing a quick fly down to Moinio. And then we're gonna get back in behind the wheel of the beautiful man truck. You never know, Thomas. They might do that in the future. So here we are. Here is Moinio. Population probably around 1,000 people. Number of people making moonshine around 1,000 people. Single men in this town, around 1,000. Yeah, there's been a lot of Easter eggs in 2.50. Again, my Discord server, I think I've posted, well, probably not all of them, but definitely a lot of them. So there we have that. Now let's have a look at the map. Northern Sweden, Norway, Russia. This is just Promods then. These are the new parts in Spain. Balkans, new roads, Greece here. A little bit of Georgia over there. And then we have this. But we're not heading here just yet, because there's one more thing we need to do before we go to Ukraine. And that is going back up here to Nickel. So I'm going to teleport to Nickel, and then we're going to drive to Murmansk. And once we've done that, we're going to go down to Ukraine and do some hauling there as well. So, but Nickel first. What do you mean no Ireland, Tommy? I didn't show you that. My bad. Here, Longyearbyen, Svalbard, Iceland. There you go. Ireland. Now Nickel. And let me just plot the route to Murmansk. No, we're not going to go that way. We need to go this way. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Just let me. Thank you. Thank you. Russians, nice people. Yeah, this is very much an industrial city on Promods Nickel. Murmansk is too on Promods Nickel, and that is why I urge you to try out Rusmap's Murmansk while we're waiting for Promods. Rusmap 2.2.1 adds Murmansk, and it looks very different from the Murmansk we are heading towards now. Looks very, very different. Murmansk, the land of dreams. Yeah! Murmansk is where all dreams come to die. I'm glad Ferry isn't here today. He's been to Murmansk and he loved it. There's much more actually to Murmansk than just industries, and I guess there is to Nickel as well, which is again why I highly recommend you try out the Murmansk version of Rusmap 2.2.1. Don't expect it to look anything like this, because you will be disappointed. Still, if you ask people who's been there, they're gonna say that they do recognize that Murmansk as well, because you find both what we have in Promods, a lot of industry, but it's not all industry, of course. There are other more beautiful sites there as well. So that is what I'm gonna go for it, and that is what Rusmap is emphasizing on their version of it. So this part so far, I guess most of you recognize, although it has been updated. But just give it a couple of minutes now and we're on to the new P21. Nickel kind of has its own beauty here. I mean, it's very industrial, but it looks good from a distance. Definitely a city I never wanted to live in, but yeah, it looks very much like an industrial city. You need a mod for reckless drivers, Conbox. It's called AI. Zelo, there's not going to be a 247. There is 246 and then there's 250. Objectively speaking, Eggman, I'm not sure you're being objective about it. What do you mean we need a mod for reckless AI? The AI is reckless by default and we're now on P21. So let's enjoy the new road on 2.50 and yeah. There's a problem with the mountains, as there always is. It's so annoying having parts of the road mountains being drawn up right in front of you like that. It's obviously not Promods' fault. It's a limitation with the game. In Pula, that is... Where's Pula? I can't remember what country Pula is in. I'm staring at a list of cities here and I can't see Pula. Am I completely blind? I am. There it is! Croatia. No, I can't. We've been to Croatia already. We're done with Croatia for today. Sorry. But check out my video on the Balkans from yesterday, I think it was. And I'll show you Pula there. Oh, look at that view. Isn't that beautiful? Although I wish the mountains in the background there were high res. But that is a complaint I have about all of those mountains that SCS has made available for us. All of them can need a 4K version. Whoa! Coming in too hot. Yeah, Train Geek, I had complaints on my Discord server, ungrateful bastards over there. complaining, no Scania today, please. And most of them aren't even here. Probably because they are claiming to have relocated to Australia, so they are either downloading Flight Simulator 2020 already, or they are already flying on it. Oh, you're one of the mango. Yeah. So, I will say, however, I actually made this truck ready for today even before you complained about it. I was fully aware that I have been doing Scanias only for the last 4 or 5 streams. We're not in Spain, far from it. Literally very, very far from it. We're in northern Russia. Does this look like Spain? Northern Russia? Yeah, I know you did, Eggman. And, well, as soon as the F88 is compatible with 138, I'll do Volvo again. But Volvo's only made one truck in their entire life, and that is the F88. They also have the F10, but there is currently no working mod for 138 of either of them. Careful, Mango. We're all going to haul Magnums very soon. Everybody loves the Magnum, of course. Yeah, someone posted a couple of pictures of the Magnum on the Discord server, and he spent 4 hours configuring it with all kinds of mods to make it look good. And I will admit, it didn't look bad. It really didn't. But it says a lot about a truck if you need to spend 4 hours with a ton of mods to make it look good. Yes, Andrew, of course we need to. Everyone needs to be doing the very same truck when we're doing it on online on Truckers MP. That's part of the fun, having everyone same colors, these colors, of course. Oh, and same trucks. Yes, Tommy, I have. It's Eye Tracker 5 forever now on ETS2 and ATS and 138. It doesn't get any easier, honest to God. It really doesn't, but it is expensive. So there's that, of course. Look at that. Oops. And that's weird. We will do things on Promods as well, Frankie, yes. But we're not going to do everything on Promods. We don't have to do everything on Promods. We're going to do some events like stupid hauling, very, very heavy stuff using the least powered truck available, Mission Impossible. And I guess that will work because we will be able to help each other, push each other. We're heading into Murmansk. We're on our way to Murmansk, the Nauter. Yes, Dashi, this is the road between Nickel and Murmansk on 2.50 then. It's barely recognizable on 2.50. They made huge upgrades or rebuilds of and reskins of this road. Hi M-Woms and welcome. Welcome to everyone else who just recently joined. If you're enjoying the stream, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe as well, god damn it. And by the way, don't just sit there and subscribe to this. Make sure you become a member of my Discord server as well for additional information on Promods 250. I have a channel there dedicated to Promods 250, so you'll find images of some interesting places, some of the Easter eggs, info regarding map combos on 2.50, things like that. It's all available on my Discord server. Thank you for being a Mango. Take care, buddy. See you next time. Hi, Emil. So there we have it. There's Murmansk. Mission accomplished. Again, Murmansk on Promods looks very industrial and beautiful. Oops. So again, while you wait for Murmansk on Promods, check out Murmansk on Rosmap 2.2.1. You'll find more of the thing there in the middle than the things on the sides, is what I have to say about Murmansk on Rosmap. Hi, Runner. And Bombasi? Bombasi? Did I murder your name there? Not my intention, sorry about that. So, now that we made it to Murmansk, let's just find somewhere to park, and then it's time to head to Ukraine. I just need to find somewhere to park first. Yeah, that'll do. That'll definitely do. So, that's Murmansk for you. And the new road P21 from Nickel. Now it's time to end this because we have only 20 minutes left until it's time to say goodbye. We are going to do some Ukrainian hauling, and I think we should, let's see, how to make this the most interesting possible. I think we're going to start in Stree and go up to Lutsk and continue on to Kovel, yeah, and do this part here, because this is probably, it is actually rather interesting, this part as well. So I think we're going to start in Stree. There's only so much we have time for in 20 minutes. So we can't do all of Ukraine. It would take almost an hour to do all of Ukraine. And perhaps plot a route as well. There we go. Bremer, I don't use it for eye tracking. I only use it for head tracking. But I didn't have any problems with the head tracking when I used it initially. And I used the default ET5 settings on 138. So, Runner, it's not over yet. We're still going to be here for at least another 30 minutes or so in Ukraine. So if you're having that kind of problem, Bremer, I would probably do another setup. Make sure that you're sitting directly in front of it. I noticed that it's not working as well if you're sitting a little bit to the left or right of it. And also make sure that you have free sight between your head and the eye tracker, obviously. Which one is better, Egeman, of the two Murmansks? It's impossible to say. I wish they could merge them because they look very different from each other. Very, very different. So I kind of wish they could merge them into one Murmansk. Train Geek, your ETS doesn't work. That's horrible. Oh, eye tracking and head tracking. Well, it depends. I'm gonna say, as long as you don't do what I do, live streaming, use both eye and head tracking. The default settings on 138 for head and eye tracking are pretty good. So you turn your head so that you do the major part of turning wherever you want to turn your head, using your head, and then you sort of fine-tune it with your eyes. Of course, eye tracking while streaming and having a chat above you to look at isn't gonna work. You will probably see my head up there somewhere all the time if I used eye tracking. That is something that iTracker 5 is excellent at dealing with because of the new camera it has. So for iTracker 4C, head tracking was relatively new and something they were kind of experimenting with. But on iTracker 5 it's been fully implemented and it works just beautifully. Yeah, I made minor adjustments, Bremer. As I said in the video, I think I said it in the video at least, I made some minor adjustments to the settings. And that was actually a complaint I had and forwarded to Toby. That slider for some of these fine adjustments doesn't really work because perhaps you just want to make a change of, say, 0.20 down to 0.19, and that is almost impossible when using the sliders. But that is the level of adjustments you need to do if you want it to be perfect. It's not perfect for me yet. I'm still making tiny changes from time to time. The profiles are an absolute must, and that is the main reason I left iTracker 4C even on 137, because you had one profile per game profile, which was absolutely horrible. I mean, I have 92 profiles. It didn't work. and now you have global settings instead. So now it finally works like you would expect it to. I do hope you will be back on box. I will be very disappointed if you don't come back. You think I sit too close to the steering wheel, Uffe? It's a matter of preference, I guess. This is more or less the same setting I'm always using these days. You only use North Map 1.7 on ETS 138. That isn't a lot. Why don't you add more? What a beautiful truck you have, mate. Thank you so much. Then Conbox, I do hope you'll send me a message regarding that so that I can take a look at it. If that is the reason, I'm very sorry to hear that, and I'll look into it. It's a promise I can make. Because I do not want any kind of bullying or shit posting on the server. I've made that very clear to the admins, which probably have been a little bit visible over the last couple of days when they perhaps a little bit overdid it, moderating. We're balancing it. We're working on it. So if you have any information you can share about it, please do. Speaking of eggs, let's stop here for a bit. There's one of the Easter eggs in Promods 2.50. Sanctuary for all, community for all. Those who arrive, survive. It's one of the many Easter eggs you'll find on Promods, and here in Ukraine especially, they are very visible. Dashi, I'm gonna say this a lot today. Go to my Discord server. All the information you need on what is going to happen with different map mods on combos with Promods and all of that stuff is covered in my Promods 2.50 channel on my Discord server. So I just did a post today, a rather lengthy one on, well, it wasn't that lengthy, but it was quite a few images where I show you what is going to happen and what it will look like. So check that out. Egeman, the server thing is something that we've been talking about for a while, or the VTC thing is something we've been talking about for a while. And so I literally decided it on Sunday. I had been thinking about it very hard for quite a few weeks, and then on Sunday morning I decided, okay, we need a VTC, because I was moved by it. There was a lot of people who came and just added Wombat to the windshield just to show me some support, and I figured we need a VTC for that instead, so that all those of you who want to do that can do that. under the same umbrella together with me. Yeah, that's kind of the idea of Conbox, that everyone should be nice to each other, and I'm fully aware it hasn't always been like that. We have had our share of bullies, as have all other servers out there, but we are actively, more actively now, hopefully, working against that. I personally will not tolerate it. And I have, and you have probably seen it, everyone probably have seen it, I have no problem banning people if that is what I think is required. That is something we shouldn't do too often, of course. But when things get way out of hands, I think that is the only way to deal with it. Just smash the hammer down and make it stop immediately. So we need to be better at dealing with it before it escalates to a level where people actually start leaving. That is something we need to actively work on. Yeah, that being active, that is a big problem for me as well. I'm not as active as I wish I could be. I mean, I have a lot of other things to do as well, which is also one of the reasons why I wasn't, which is one of the reasons I was hesitating on actually creating the VTC. I didn't feel I have the time for it. And I wish I was able to be, especially in the general chats on the Discord server, more often. But I try to be there as much as I can. Yeah, it's bad enough that the world is cruel. We don't have to have that on our Discord server too. I don't think we've had a lot of it. And I think it also depends on what hour of the day you log on to the server. I've been there most often in the evenings, that is Swedish evenings, or Central European summertime evenings. And it seems to be, people seems to be behaving pretty well. But then during the night, we now have admins from the United States to ensure that we have staff there even during the night to deal with situations like that. Yeah, it's difficult finding a level for it, but I want our server to grow, and I want people to feel that they want to be there and they want to enjoy it. And I think most people do. And of course, there's always going to be some person that a lot of other people wish wasn't there. I mean, we have 3,000, almost 3,400 people now on the Discord server. So there's always going to be some guy you don't like, but hopefully there are also 3,300 other people you actually enjoy talking to. And we're there for a reason. We're there because we love ETS2 and ATS mainly, and we want to have fun together. The VTC is also one way of expanding that a little bit and find more ways to have fun together. So yeah, I really hope a lot of people will join the VTC, and this is the first time I talk about it outside the Discord server. Hopefully the result will be that some people will join the VTC, and I will do a promo video for the VTC as well, of course. Once I have time for that. I do hope that we will have at least a couple of hundred people on the VTC. If not by the end of this year, then at least before the summer of next year. I guess that is the goal. 200 people before the summer next year. Hi, Free Gaming! And Moms, you're more than welcome to join us. I have read what you have to say, and I'm sorry to hear that it is like that. There's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately, but if things change and you're able to get this wonderful game someday, I would be honored to have you on board with the VTC. There's no reason to mention any names of anyone. Well, maybe if it's something positive, of course. But no names publicly of who we enjoy and who we don't enjoy. Let's talk about that privately instead. Andrew, there's a very simple solution to that problem. Just leave the other VTC. It's too bad you can't be part of 2 VTCs. I mean, IRL, you could work for 2 companies. So why that limitation? I don't know. Let's talk about Ukraine for a little bit. Are you enjoying Ukraine? What do you think of Ukraine so far? My impressions of Ukraine is it's fine. But I will also admit that if there is a road connection between ROX and Promods 2.50, I will use ROX because it's much bigger. I want to be able to haul all the way down to southern region and to Georgia without having to take a ferry. I easily get seasick. Whoops! Need to refuel. So at least until Promods allows us to haul all the way to Georgia without getting our feet wet, I think I'm gonna stick with ROX. Yeah, what Uffe said there, Noter. On the Discord server, you'll find the link to the Discord server in the video description, and there we have both a channel for the VTC, and actually we have 3 channels for the VTC. But then, of course, you can always ask in the general chats as well. There's always someone there who's able to help you. So here we are. At the border between Ukraine and Belarus, isn't it? So, and of course there's no cities here. So I guess that is why it isn't really officially mentioned in the papers from Promods. But I think this is clearly a connecting road onto Rus map, because it ends up here in the middle of nowhere. That scale isn't there. There we have it, Belarus. The scale isn't there. Brest region. But there are X-rays in other parts of of Romania extended, I think. And so there we have it. Who knew? Promods in Belarus. It's happening. Coming in from Ukraine to Belarus on Promods. Whoops. Thank God there's a gas station over here. Hi Marion, I'll refuel. Don't think I need it actually for today's stream because this is literally the end of the road, and here's the gas station. And since that is the literally the end of the road, it's a perfect place to end this stream. Because now it is 9 o'clock here in Sweden at least, and we've been doing this for 3 hours. So it's time to end, and I do hope you enjoyed the stream. Again, if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and of course subscribe as well. And thank you so much for being here. And there will be more videos on Promods, I think. Maybe a video on the future of map combos with Promods 2.50. Spoiler alert, the future is bright. Yeah, we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care, everyone, and I hope to see you again next time, probably on Wednesday, in Flight Simulator. God, that's gonna be horrible. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.